Aaron Hobson with Rhinebeck School of Music, and in this lesson we're going to learn how to get over that G chord hump on the ukulele. So before you learn the G chord, you should have already learned your C chord, your A minor chord, and your F chord, because those are the easiest ones to start with. And if you haven't watched my video on the first 3 chords to learn on the ukulele, you should go back and watch that, or figure out how to play these first 3 chords. Because this one, and this is my students, they always go, oh yeah, C easy, A minor, F no problem, and then I get to the G and they go, I quit. But don't quit yet. This chord gets easier and you can't get away with not playing this chord. So the G chord is a 3-finger chord, and I'm going to show you a little close-up. So I always put down what's called a pilot finger, your first finger that you should put down. So in this case, the middle finger, if you put that down first on the A string, 2nd fret, and then use your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the C, and then your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, then you have this little upside down triangle shape. If you're a guitar player, you know that as the D chord, and you've already played that before, so that's good. But for ukulele players, this is a challenging chord to do. So what I tell my students in the beginning is, find your chord. All right, take a mental picture, look at where the shape that your hands are making, your fingers are making, take them away, and then try to find it again. And just keep doing that. Put your fingers on, take them off. Put your fingers on the chord, take them off. And you'll realize over time that you're going to get faster and all of your fingers are going to start to go there at the same time. And that's your goal in the end, is to have all your fingers go there at the same time without thinking about, okay, my finger goes here, this one goes here, and that one goes there. Eventually, all your fingers are just going to go there at the same time, and that's how you're going to know that you've accomplished playing that chord. So that's just ways to practice and ways to form that G chord. Now that you've practiced your G chord and it's reasonably easy for you, you can start to fill it in with some of the other chords that we've practiced. So here's your C chord. You can give your C chord 4 strums and then go to your G chord, and you can practice C to G for a while. We also learned F, so now you can practice going F to G. So F to G, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. You can practice going A minor to G. 2, 3, 4 to G. 2, 3, 4. A minor. 2, 3, 4. G. So those are chord progressions that you can just kind of warm up and play back and forth. Just get your switching. And I also tell my students, sometimes it's better to take your right hand out of the equation completely, because it's hard to think about strumming and switching chords. So if you want to practice C to G just with your left hand, just to practice the switching, you know, you could even sit on the couch and do that while you're watching a movie or watching TV. Just back and forth, A minor, G, and F to G. So that's just practicing switching, and now we're going to get to a couple songs you might want to practice. So an easy one to start with when you're adding your G into the mix of chord songs that you know is Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, because it's only 2 chords. It's F and G. So you have 4 strums on F, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, F for 4, and G for 4. So thunder on me happens when it's raining, and players only love you when they're playing. So if you put that track on, it should sound good with the song, because that's in the original key too. The next one people usually learn is Riptide by Vance Joy, and that one's 3 chords. So that's A minor, G, and C. So you have 2 strums on A minor, 2 strums on G, 4 strums on C. 2 strums on A minor, 2 strums on G, that's most of the song. There's a little bridge, but for now, let's just learn that part. And that one is not in the original key. The original key is capoed on the 1st fret. So there are ukulele capos if that's something that you want to kind of invest in. Then you can play songs in original keys that would be too hard to play with bar chords and such. But most people learn it in this key anyway, a little bit lower in the open position, because it's, you know, a lot of beginners learn this song. So the next one has 4 chords, so I'm building you up. A 2-chord song, a 3-chord song, a 4-chord song. So I'm yours, Jason Mraz. C, G, A minor, F. So C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A minor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I won't hesitate no more, no more. This cannot wait. I'm yours. There's no need to hesitate. Our time is short. This cannot wait. I'm yours. So unfortunately, this one is not in the original key as the recording either, but people play it in C because it's a little bit easier. This is a half step higher, so the original key is in B. And what you could do is you could tune your ukulele down a half step to play with the recording. But for now, we're just going to keep it in C. So we keep getting progressively more challenging as we go through these songs here. So it started off easy. Now Let It Be is in the original key of C, using that G chord. But the chord changes go by a little more quickly. Everything is 2 strums each now. So it's a little more challenging. So here's the chord progression for the verse. It's C, C, G, G, A minor to F, C, C, G, G, F, back to C. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And then it goes to A minor, let it be, to G, let it be, F to C, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. So that's a verse and a chorus, and it keeps going like that. There's a little bridge in the middle, but just for beginner purposes, if you just want some chord progressions to practice to get your G in there, then these would be some good starters. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it'll get you on your way to practicing that G chord and getting you over the G chord hump. I'm telling you, it gets better. It gets better. You just have to keep practicing this chord, and it'll come. It'll come.